This story starts when I was sleeping. This is my last day in Jakarta after launching a short escape mission from all fucking things that made me feel overwhelmed and ended up going out of town. Since last night, I started to feel weird, but since yesterday I went all day from morning to night. I didn't think it was weird. I stayed in one of the capsule hotels. Honestly, this capsule hotel is very clean and service friendly, but I'm not going to spill it anywhere. If you know, it's better to keep silent. I know that every place, whether it's an inn, etc., must have something called a watchman, or often called as an astral being. Yes, I believe that, but here, apparently since last night, I slept feeling something strange in a capsule hotel. The position of the bed is like a bunk bed but more modern. I did take the single bed at the top, and at the bottom, there was someone else, but he had already checked out. Around 1 a.m., I felt a jerking sound from below right under my bed. I woke up, but because I was sleepy, I finally decided to sleep again, until finally I just felt the incident this morning. I woke up at 6/30 in the morning, then checked my cell phone for a while to see what time it was. Oh, it's still at this hour. Let's go back to sleep anyway. The alarm is also at 7. When I braked, suddenly there was a really loud thud on the roof of my bunk bed. I woke up and I just didn't open my eyes. Like back from the subconscious. Well, I have a habit when I sleep. I'm always covered from head to toe with a blanket, like a burrito. I like to make myself like a cocoon when I sleep. And then, can you guess what happened? Yeah, someone was on top of me. There was no one in the room beside me. The door was also locked and I could feel he pressed against my body. It's not overlapping, guys. It feels like being crushed by a human body. In my mind, I already realized it was an astral being, but why just me? And guess again, those hands were touching my face who covers by a blanket. I can sense hands were touching it. At first I wanted to rebel only because my body was in shock and my brain realized it was an astral being, but surprisingly I didn't panic at all. Honestly, I'm a coward, guys. I just have to watch horror movies with me. But, in my mind, the thing that immediately crossed my mind was that I had to read a prayer. So, I silently read the letters. He's still there on top of me. Still on top. But over time it started to disappear and finally poof. It disappears. I immediately got up from my position. As soon as I woke up, I immediately read the prayer again. One thing I want to say: God loves me and they saved me from this. God, thank you for saving me. I am very grateful that God is still helping me, and it turns out that God answered my prayer. After that, I immediately called my family and said that I had just experienced this incident. And after calling my family, my condition has calmed down again. I finally decided to take a shower, have breakfast, then pray. I pray to say thank you to God for taking care of me and hearing my prayers. I didn't feel cold sweat, panic, and my heart was pounding when I experienced that incident. It's weird. It should be because I'm scared. I panicked, etc., but this is not at all. I stay calm and read the prayer. This is the first horror experience that I experienced the incident itself. I thought it was only in the movies. I have experienced it myself. So, what's the point? I just want to say, whatever happens, always ask for God's help, for only He can hear and help us from evil disturbances. Well, that's all I want to say. Pray for me. I'm